Yo. So, since I started making videos because I was unemployed, and tomorrow is my first day of unemployment, I figured I would make another video. Um, I recently saw The Odyssey, and I have a copy of the book. I don't know exactly what translation it is. Um, but I kind of feel like that story in that book is such a great metaphor for life. There's a lot in it. I'd gone back and read a little bit of it, primarily the part where, like, chapters 9 through 12, where Odysseus goes and just, like, talks about all the stuff that happens in the books or in the movie, but there's so much more um, that's involved. And, like, there's one part where it's just, like, I guess the whole thing of just how do I even fucking put this into fucking words? Like, you can stay on land, right? And you can, like, drink your wine and fucking maybe there's enough sheep there to have a decent meal. But, like, eventually you're going to have to leave and you're going to have to go someplace else to go get home. You know? You can't just, like, stay there forever with your troops. And on that, like, you may run into storms and you may have the gods and whatnot like be like striking you down, but when you get your favorable winds and you get your favorable tides, like, all of that can only happen if you have all the storms as well. Like, if everything was just so easy all the time, or you never, like, ventured out, um, like, off of the land where you have your food and you have your wine and you go out to try and get home and go deal with, like, the just the intensity of, like, the unknown. Um, you never are really going to be able to get what you really want. So I think that this unemployment period was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Um, I'm doing, like, a very similar job as I did for the last role that I had. My cat is about to come up here. Yep. Say hello to Ronald. Can you get out of the way, bro? Please. Thank you. Um, like, it's super similar, like, so much so that the company, my old boss and my new boss, like, are working together because it's a sales job to, like, bring in, like, the same sort of business for the same sort of revenue. Um, so, like, that's kind of a little bit, like, not troublesome, but, like, if I didn't see success over there, I kind of have to be able to, like, humble myself and utilize my new boss, because my old boss was directly, like, the CEO of the company, and now it's, like, me, my boss, then the CEO, so he's, like, the head of sales, so I'll have a little bit more structure, which will be nice. Hopefully, we don't know. I'll see tomorrow. I could just be thrown into the deep end, but that's really cool. And, like, it's good. It's fully remote. Lets me hang out with Ronald. I get to still go to MMA. I mean, I would like to be in better shape than I'm in. I mean, I just, like, sometimes I get inconsistent with the gym, and if I'm not going to MMA, like, it can be a little bit topsy turvy. But, like, in this whole time, like, I went through a lot of, like, ups and downs. I mean, I was able to build a fully online business that makes me, like, $7,000 a month before taxes in profit. Like, in revenue, I'm probably doing, like, over 20, which in, like, and I can still run that. And then I have another business that's kind of similar to the one that I'm already running, but is more of, like, a custom formulation instead of a formulation that can easily be copied. And I already put down the deposit. It was 3,200 for 500 units, and I already put down the deposit. Although I should have probably made a demand test first, but I know there's demand for this. Like, I've done enough research to see. Um, so I have that, and, like, it feels so much less, like, dreadful going back to work because I know that I have this other stream of income that is strong and is building, and I have this other stream of income that, like, the other one is kind of building into, and this one, if, like, I have enough time throughout the day where I can do this well, and it's not going to be, an end all be all, because if I give my best and do my best and it doesn't work, it's not like I'm going back to zero. Yeah, that's just, like, I think having, like, three separate things going on at once is just important because, like, if you're all in on your job, it's too stressful. And I almost feel like the fact that it's not going to be as stressful because I'm not going to be having to worry as much will actually make it better in the long run for me. So that is really that. I have my friend. He's about to be living in my apartment. Although, like, my apartment is big, but it's not, like, big enough for two people that aren't sleeping in the same bed to be living in. But he needs to crash here for a month because his lease ends in August and he doesn't have a new lease starting until October. So he has to come and live over here. But he has three jobs. He has two serving jobs and a carpentry job. So he'll be fine. And he's my best friend. So it'll be good in the long run. Honestly, we almost ended up moving in together. But with me trying to build these businesses and start a new job and have the cat and do everything else, I was just like, I just don't want to like be in the a fucking shoebox of a place trying to do all this. So yeah, I got all that. Nothing else, honestly. Still just like somehow trying to find a way into meeting a cool girl, but that's just like the I don't know. This shit is like insane how difficult it can be. I don't know. I talk to a decent amount. I've been trying to do like the whole cold approach nonsense, but it's like most people who you're going to meet are either going to have not good enough social skills to also have a conversation and the whole burden kind of falls on you, which is fine, or you're just going to run into a lot of people that are in relationships, honestly. And even if you don't, it's like there has to be a better way to do this. And then when you walk around, like when you walk around, it's so fucking strange. Like it feels like the only people who I see who seem like they are in happy relationships is gay people. Like I want you to like if you look around, two gay people that are like out together look so much happier than your prototypical straight couple. It's actually kind of fascinating. I just think that there's like a large. I mean, well, it's just like most dudes are just pandering for it. Or like if you get it, if she's giving it to you every 2 or 3 weeks, although you're in a relationship, you're just happy that you're getting any, even though you're letting her treat you like fucking shit. That's honestly how I feel like most of these things are. So, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm trying to like detach myself from that. Where like, yeah, it's fulfilling, definitely, but like it's not a need. And you don't need it to be fulfilled, but it is fulfilling. I'm trying to just like disconnect myself from it because I have a lot of things going on and I'm doing a lot of cool shit. But it's like this is an area of my life that I've tried to figure out for so fucking long, and it's like everything else I can figure out. I can figure out how to build businesses. I can figure out this. I can figure out that. But like sometimes you just have to like, you know, well, you have to go through the storms to get the favorable winds and the clear skies. But yeah, I guess if you're just like, if you're still watching this for some reason and like you're struggling, like, I don't know, just believe in yourself. Nothing is ever going to get done in your life unless you like are playing to win and you're willing to lose. Like you have to be playing to win at all times, but you also have to be okay with losing, because if you're like playing to win because you care so much about winning, that's not really good. And if you're playing not to lose, like, you're just, even if you get there, you're just going to get there by the skin of your teeth because you aren't, like, signaling to the universe that you're playing with abundance. And I feel like when you're playing, it's kind of like in that World Cup game where Argentina was down 1-0 versus England, and then England parks the bus, and like they're playing not to lose. Like even if you win that game, you don't feel good about it because you didn't play your best. You didn't play to win. And it's like, I think just in a lot of times in life, by playing not to lose, like you just cap your like, sure, you know, your downside risk may be like lesser, but like nowadays, like first off, I guess if you're living in America and like you have decent relationships with your parents, like the worst thing that really happens is just like you go move back in with them and then you go and figure it out. And like if that's really your worst case scenario, like that's my worst case scenario. I'll go back with my parents and I'll go pick up like some bullshit part-time job while I'm just dicking around for a bit until I figure out what's next, you know? But it's like, if that's kind of your thing, it's like you kind of just owe it to yourself to like play with house money, play with your balls on the table. Like if this other business flops and I burn $3,200, another $2,000 on marketing, and I lose $5,000, it's like that $5,000 in the grand scheme of things doesn't really fucking mean anything because you can't fucking do anything with it anymore. you know. But even if I don't, I'll still be $5,000 worth of data smarter than I wouldn't have then had. And you can always be consistently trying to try new things. Like that scoreboard, man, that scoreboard doesn't fucking matter because you can be down 99-0, and if you get one really good fucking shot and you hit that business, you get that sick girl, you finally get that friend group that you want. Like everything else doesn't really fucking matter because now you have it and you earned it and you know how much you fucking wanted to go and get it, and you created it. You took like your masculine like vitriol and went out there and said, this is an area that I'm trying to improve upon, and then like played to win and maybe took some lumps on the way there, but you eventually got it. I still don't have most of the things, but like I'm still content with where I'm at, and I'm still grateful for where I'm at. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Well, I guess that's that. I mean, I appreciate... Oh, I just got another sale. Another $70 just went into my account while I was just making this video. Like, that feeling never goes away from being awesome. Never does. Almost at $1,000 in profit or revenue for today. And I'm not one of those LARPers. My business actually makes money. It's so easy to just like run a bunch of unprofitable shit and then LARP and go sell a fucking course. It's like, bro, you out of your mind. Although I did purchase a course, but that was more just like I think personally purchasing the course was just me symbolizing to the universe that I'm playing to win. So it kind of gave me a lucky bounce, but I got lucky to build this. And now I have to go and do it with a little bit of less luck on my side. And I'm essentially willingly going to go drag my face through a glass for the next 2.5 to 3 years to go get what I want. I could probably condense it into 6 months to a year if I really locked the fuck in. But yeah. Play to win. And all that you do, play to win. Play to win, because when you play not to lose, like, it's just not good. Play to win because that's how you get better. When you play to win, instead of playing not to lose, you get better that way because you get more, like, honest signal. If you're always playing not to lose, like, you can't get any better because it's like, if you're playing not to lose, you're probably avoiding a lot of those emotions that, like, are stifling you. And your growth and your development in your business. And sometimes you have to be like, I've had times in this business where I like had all the content ready to be published and ready to be created, but I was like in scarcity around money, and I had to be like, you have to play to win here. You can't be playing not to lose. And if you don't play to win, it's just you don't get enough of like true signal data on what you want. Because even if you play to win and then you get what you want, but then you realize you don't actually want it and it's not giving you what you want, you still then learn something. But if you're always playing not to lose, like, you never are able to get the data that's necessary to update your mental models and update your feedback. But yeah, alright, that's it for me. I probably will make a couple more videos. I don't really know. They're mad chill. I just get on here and just be like spitting bullshit low key. I don't know if anyone even likes these, but God first. God bless. Shout out IMAV, or if you know who that is from old Madden days. Deuces.